Hey, it's Liam. Thanks for joining this course. This one is the sexy one, isn't it? This is the one that we all try and shortcut towards. It's a new trend even, really, trying to figure out how you can double your freelance rate, how you can add an extra zero to your next proposal. Sometimes though, that eagerness to shortcut to that main goal, as it were, really manifests itself a little bit as procrastination. We try and learn everything that there is to know about it. We sit and watch numerous TED Talks on pricing psychology. We read lots of blog posts on the best ways to reposition your next post. We read about pricing tiers and things like this, but often it just leads to a whole lot of doing the same thing. So what I always teach at Freelance Live Pro, and what in particular I want to teach within this course, is how to just go out there and do it. The main things that you need to be doing, the main things that you need to be saying, and then how you go about putting that into a proposal that really sells. Now, the other thing to bear in mind is what you don't want to do is to jump straight to this module. If you have done that, then I would recommend definitely going back through the previous modules, simply because you won't have had the relevant context to get up to this point. When I talk about proposals and I talk about pitching and I talk about pricing, I do it in a context of almost being there with the client, almost being ready for them to say, yes, how much? If you've not got to that point, then regardless of the techniques you're using in the proposal, regardless of how well it's put together, you're going to struggle with an element of commitment, really, as far as the client goes. So it's important to build up an element of desire before you even get to this proposal stage. So this is the key one. This is where it all comes together. The fact that you've got a narrower vision for a client, the fact that they've been wowed by the information that's on your website and it makes sense to them and their worldview, the fact that you went and grabbed their attention from somewhere where they were already hanging out, that is to say you've built some authority and credibility, and you've nurtured them through a period of desire before even getting to this point of making the sale. So when we're putting together this proposal, it's going to be within the context of this client is ready. They're almost ready to press the button. What we want to do then is put forward the argument, which is a culmination of everything that's gone before, into one concise document. As we'll go on to later on, I don't recommend that proposals should be really long. I don't recommend that they should be content first and humongous things. Obviously, there's going to be an element of technical specification if you're in the web space, but more often than not, you can get the main crux of it, accepting that, within 1,000 words. So what we'll go through in this course is how you do that, the key things that you need to cover off, the key reminders that you need to make from the things that you've already done with a client, and how you put it all together. So, as I say, pricing proposals is a trendy topic. Make sure it's not procrastination dressed as work. And if I teach you anything, it would be this. If you know a topic well enough to explain it to an uninformed third party, so that might be husband, wife, friend, family member, then you know enough about it to go out there and actively do it yourself. So you'll get much more experience, you'll learn much more from going out there and doing it the old-fashioned way, getting some trial and error under your belt. So what I'll teach within this is going to give you that impetus, that motivation to go out there and try it. If you're not doing that, as I say, then you're going to struggle with that element of procrastination. It'll feel like it's busy work trying to figure out the next best pricing model, but ultimately it's not going to pay the bills. It's not going to get you that proposal that's going to really sell, the one that works for you and your particular client set. So I'm looking forward to getting started, looking forward to really diving in here. This is a big, meaty topic, so there's lots of ideas and insights here. So definitely spare some time to gather your next proposal. If you've got a proposal now that you're looking to prepare, bring that to the table. We'll work out how we can reorganize it, how we can repurpose it so that it works for your client set and makes pricing superfluous, makes it really easy for the client to say yes. That's the objective of this module. I want every one of your proposals to end up with a yes and an electronic signature. I know that's not quite feasible, but we can all dream, right? But in all seriousness, the principles that I'm going to teach in this course have helped a couple of students go from $2,000 proposals right up to $8,000 proposals. And there's been pretty much zero negotiation, zero friction going from that point to point. Just a reorganization, reorder of what was already there. So I'm looking forward to getting started. Let's do it.